I haven't filmed an unboxing video for quite some time, so I thought I'd take the opportunity and film this one because I knew my Treasury Road viewers would be really interested in seeing products that we all like to use. Now, this came from a company called Mosaic, and I have a pretty good idea what's inside, but I'm not 100% sure. So like I say, I thought I'd share it with you guys and we'd go through it together. Now, I've just cut the outside of the actual tape here just to save some time. So let's get into seeing what's actually in here. And of course, we've got packaging, so we'll get rid of the packaging. And we've got some PVC shapes. And these will be really, really good to use in the garden. So we've got different sizes, a couple of different sizes. And what I'm going to do is actually take this out and we'll have a look at it when it's all out of the packaging. Now, there is a reason why I'm actually showing you this unboxing video because it's going to lead into something else. So I'll share that a bit further into the video as well. So let's take everything out and then we can go through it properly. And I've got some lollies and I always look forward to getting lollies. I just love lollies. So that's always really good to receive. I've got some ball chain here. And I've got, I think these are new tools, so we'll have a look at those. I've got a ruler, which always comes in handy. And that's a nice small size ruler too, because sometimes we don't want a big ruler. So we'll look at that. And, oh, another shape, a leaf. And what else? I've got the actual stakes for the PVC shapes. I decided to change the white background color because it was going to make it too difficult to actually see these beautiful shapes. So I've changed it to a wooden color so that it makes it easier for you. Now I'm going to quickly go through these items that I have here, starting with this one, which is a aluminium straight edge. And I find this is going to come in quite handy because sometimes we don't want to use a long ruler. We just need something to create a straight edge with. And this being a safety straight edge, we can just use this to put down there and we can run our glass square along that and it protects our fingers. Or if we're going to be using a box cutter, whatever the case may be, our finger's going to be protected because we can just run it straight along there. So this is going to be really, really handy to use. Now, Mosaic is going to be releasing these also with numbers on, like measurements in millimeters. However, I really don't want that. It's going to be a little bit more expensive with those measurements, but most of the time I really don't use the measurements. I'm really just wanting a straight edge. So for me, this is perfect. Now then we have the new Mosaic toolkit, which is called the Mosaic Pick Set. And these are going to come in really handy. We've got some large tweezers here, which as we know, we can never do without. We need these. So we've got those and they're strong and they're not that thin type of metal where they bend. This is really going to be really quite handy. We've also got these tools here. And one of the things that I kind of like is the spatula type ends on these. This is one that's a bit pointy for when you need to get into those cracks in your mosaic. But these are also very, very strong. And that's an advantage. And there's one here which I also am going to be using this quite a lot because the tools I actually have a rounded edge on them like this one here. And I needed one, I'll just put that aside, I needed one with a flat edge on it. So this is going to come in really, really handy. And then we've got this one here, which is a very pointy tip for when you need to scrape into things. But this is really, really quite strong. And that's what I really like about them because I do find some of the tools that I've had in the past can flex and they can bend and you've got to, bend them back into shape. And I'll be honest, sometimes I can be quite forceful with the tools. So these, like I said earlier, are going to come in really, really handy. So I think that's going to be a really good addition for any mosaic artist. So I'll just leave those there. And these ones here, the garden shapes, and these are going to be really, really good to use in pot plants. So they've got a hole in the bottom and all we're going to do is just put the stake in there, mosaic it, and then you can then put that into a pot. And if you want to stop the piece from spinning around, all you need to do is just put a bit of glue in there when you apply the actual stake part, and that will stay in there really quite nicely. Now there's a small size, a medium size and a large size. Now the small size, which is this size here, is 75 millimeters. The medium size, which is this size here, is 100 millimeters, and then it goes up to 150, 175 millimeters and 200 millimeters for if you're going to actually put them in your garden. Now they do come with a plastic cover on, so where that's got that mark on there, we just need to peel that plastic cover off and it's all nice and new. So just keep that in mind. One side does actually have a plastic cover on it, and that's the plastic cover on that side, and that side doesn't have one, so keep that in mind. Now these are sold in sets of 3, but you do have a choice of what design you want. So for instance here, being the medium size, when you go to the Merlin Mosaic website, you'll see that they are different designs, and you just pick and choose which ones you would like, but you do need to buy them in a set of 3. But certainly just check that out on the website. Now also we have some ball chain here. Now this is yellow and purple ball chain, which are beautiful together. And this is made of brass, and I would say these are definitely for interior only because they're brass. However, these ones here, which is iridized, and this beautiful faceted gold, and there is real gold on the outside of this chain, and it's faceted, which gives it that beautiful sparkle that you can see there. And I love the iridized as well. And of course, that there is a larger variety on Merlin Mosaic's website as well, and I think that's well worth having a look, because I consider she actually does have what I consider to be the best ball chain range out there in the marketplace. Now, why I've shot this unboxing video is because what we're going to be doing in the next video, not in this one, but in the next video, I'm actually going to be doing a couple of these. I'm not sure which one, I might do them all. But what we're going to be doing is, say, one of this and one of these ones here. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that. And I'm going to be using some ball chain, not these ones here, because these will be for outside. But I'm going to be using some ball chain, and we'll see what designs I come up with. I could use some stained glass. More likely that's what I'm going to be using. May use some smolty. We'll see how we go. But I think this is a beautiful range. I really am going to enjoy using the tools, because these are going to be tools that are, or not that one, that's my show pick one. These tools are going to be very, very useful. Sometimes when you buy tool kits, you know, you might use 1 or 2 out of the kit, and you don't use the others because they're meant for dental or whatever the case may be. But in this particular case, all these tools are going to get used because Merlin has actually chosen these tools specifically for mosaics. So it's all going to come in handy. I'm really looking forward to using my straight edge as well. I love this size. I think it's going to come in quite handy. And I'm also going to be looking forward to actually eating the lollies, which I must say is one of the most exciting parts about getting tessera. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have a comment, leave a comment down the bottom of the YouTube channel in the comments section. Perhaps you're looking at using these shapes, or perhaps you've already used these shapes. Leave a comment down there. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. If you saw value in it, please share it far and wide. And if you haven't subscribed, think about subscribing. And I'll see you in the next video. Enjoy.